My name is Marley Thuma. I'm a graphic communications major.
I'm Michael Fernicola. I am a fourth-year mechanical engineer.
My name is Hannah Heitzig, and I'm a fourth-year liberal studies major.
My name is Matt White. I'm a second-year journalism major.
My name, Jay Campbell. I am a first year and currently a philosophy major in the making.
What inspired you or drew you to fencing?
Well, I didn't really have any hobbies or clubs, so my roommate was like, hey, let's try fencing. So I said sure. He sort of dragged me to one, and I just really enjoyed it. And I'd never really exercised much before, and I felt nice to do, so I just stuck with it. And yeah, here I am.
I've been painting and drawing since before I can remember. I grew up drawing, playing with clay, just painting with my mom. I've always been kind of artistic, so it's just been like a little hobby of mine, I guess.
I've been playing polo since the summer before my freshman year at Cal Poly, but before that I've been riding since I was about 9 years old.
I've been playing trombone for about 11 years now of my life.
I started playing guitar when I was in 5th grade, and my cousin was definitely a big influence, as well as John Mayer.
We practice twice a week, Tuesday, Thursday, for 3 hours each, and then we have an optional Sunday practice where we just bout. We go to tournaments. They're collegiate tournaments together, but as fencing's kind of an individual sport, so we each fence for ourselves, but we go as a club together.
Like any talent, you have to keep working on it, and it's something that you want to do every day, and that's how you get better. So I've started to carry around a sketchbook with me, and I try to just, when I have a free time in between classes, just to sketch something out.
Our coach, Megan Judge, who was on the team during the 90s, kind of just had this dream of someday building her own facility, both to start her own club, but also for Cal Poly. And so I believe in like the early 2000s, we ended up at Central Coast Polo Club, which she founded, and that's out in Los Osos.
Didn't really start playing jazz until 6th grade, and then jazz has kind of kept me interested in music, and it's always been pushing me to, be the best musician I can be.
So yeah, for me, it's sort of, I just keep this time available just as time for myself where I don't have to think about anything else, and it helps me with other aspects. It's a lot easier to do your schoolwork when you've been exercising and when you know that you have something to look forward to. I don't know, for me, I get more stressed when I don't go to fencing. It's just not working out, not doing something that I enjoy just stresses me out way more. So.
And I also have my Instagram account, Marley Lettering, which is good because it's something that makes me post regularly and keeps me creating regularly.
This is a portrait I did of Chance the Rapper. I did this actually last year in the dorms. It was kind of an ongoing project I had of my namesake, Bob Marley. This is kind of just like my inspiration wall above my bed. I also did this portrait, a G-Eazy with pointillism, so it's made completely out of little dots. When I met him, I showed it to him. I was like, this is one of my, I'm such a fan. I made this for you. It's kind of inspired off like an old school baseball card. And he saw it and he was like, wow, this is so sick. Thank you so much. And you're so dope. I thought I was gonna throw up, but it was very rewarding in the sense that I had been so nervous to share my artwork, and that was a really big confidence boost for me.
Right now, I would say our biggest competitors are going to be Texas A&M, University of Virginia, Cornell, and UConn are the big dogs that we're gonna have to face soon.
How often do you guys practice?
So we practice four days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. to 12. Since it's right in the heart of the day, it's pretty nice to just have this break from the rest of my classes to kind of just get, zoned in on music and kind of lose myself within it. A lot of other schools, they either don't have jazz bands or you have to be a music major to really, participate. But at Cal Poly, it's a pretty unique exception because we have a wide variety of different, majors within the jazz band. And I think that makes us pretty unique because it's a lot of people that play music because they love it, not because they have to.
I perform in the coffee shop at Cruiseburg. It's got these little open mic nights, so I've been about 4 or 5 times now. Schoolwork kind of just is in the mix of the balance of life, and it definitely does kind of become a little bit overwhelming at times where, you know, I don't find time for my passions, and that's when kind of I start to get flustered. And so it is a struggle, but you know, for the things you love, you have to make time for. And at times I don't, and those times actually I feel bad and I hate it, you know. So it's something I almost crave if I'm not doing. I'd love to be able to, you know, get gigs and perform possibly with a band or a duo or, you know, even just myself, but get paid for it, and not necessarily professionally, but you know, something I can do as, you know, a side income or supplement. And yeah, just have fun with it, because you know, when you're spreading the music and sharing, you kind of get that interaction that you don't when you're just playing in your room.
We probably perform twice a month usually. We'll perform obviously on campus in the PAC, but we'll do concerts at Pismo Beach in Lompoc, and then most notably this summer we'll be going to London for a 6-day tour, playing at a lot of nightclubs downtown. Welcome to my world. The world of music, the world of chillness. Are you guys jamming?
Yeah, we're just gonna start lessons.
Okay.
Singing I only really got into, and I was really nervous about singing for most of my guitar career, but it was something I could always wanted to do. I took a few singing lessons, but I'd still I didn't tell my friends or anything that I was singing or anything like that, and I didn't take it very seriously until I went to India, and I was really nervous about not playing guitar in front of people I was fine with, but singing in front of people was something I was really nervous about for a long time. And then I did this kind of, you could call it a mission trip in India for 5 weeks at this little village. And I'd go outside and I'd play guitar under this temple because it had great acoustics. And while I was there, people would just kind of crowd around, and they'd never heard Western music before. So basically anything I played they thought was spectacular. So I thought, you know, this might as well be the best time to, you know, start playing in front of people, because, you know, these are a bunch of people that haven't heard the style of music, won't really know if I messed up or not. So I started street performing there, and people would kind of give their thanks, not in money, because they were, you know, they didn't have much of it, but they'd invite me into their house, they'd give me dinner, all these strangers who I'd never met before, and that's kind of what originally got me off the fear of, you know, performing in front of people. And once I really realized it was a fear, I decided to just, you know, submerge myself, you know, end the fear by submersion, and I just signed up for my school's variety show. And in front of all the people who could ever judge me and who, you know, I cared about, kind of just figured that was the scariest thing, and then if I had anything else other than that, I'd be set afterwards. And now I kind of am. Definitely not as scared about it anymore. Tell me where to land, but I won't let supply and defeat gravity to pull me down. Hold on, it won't take long. You can find yourself. It's hard to finally start. Don't look to me when your footsteps get bigger. Go ahead, go walk, come on. And you know how I feel.
So the name of my trombone is Ruby May. A beautiful name. A Ruby May I envision as a beautiful Southern belle who is just wearing sundresses every day and loves life.
We're doing important things over here.
And Ruby May in my life, my trombone, she has a beautiful, most trombones have this kind of gold brass look. She's a bit more rosy to her. So she definitely is, she takes care of herself. She looks amazing. It doesn't matter what lighting.
That's why I picked up guitar. Is that can be one of your questions? It's all for the females.
Don't have to put an Instagram filter on her beauty. And we're two peas in a pod, man. I mean, she completes my sentences.
I've been a swagger master, you know, my whole life, and I'd want anyone in my band as well to be a swagger master with me.
And honestly, we think on the same wavelength. And if she were on Tinder, I'd swipe right, no hesitation.